The Invisible College is one of history's most enigmatic and influential intellectual movements, widely regarded as the precursor to the Royal Society, one of the world's most prestigious scientific institutions. Emerging in the 17th century, the Invisible College embodied the spirit of inquiry, collaboration, and secrecy, weaving together strands of philosophy, science, and mysticism during a time of profound upheaval and transformation. This clandestine network of scholars and thinkers would not only challenge traditional dogmas, but also lay the groundwork for the modern scientific method, fostering a new era of empirical investigation and intellectual exploration. The Invisible College was born out of necessity during the 17th century, a period marked by political strife, religious conflict, and intellectual revolution. In England, the Civil War, 1642 to 1651, and its aftermath created a climate of instability and repression. At the same time, the Counter-Reformation in Europe saw the Catholic Church reaffirming its authority, often suppressing ideas deemed heretical. Science and philosophy, once deeply entwined with theology, began to diverge, creating a rift between dogmatic belief systems and emerging empirical methodologies. Amid this turbulence, a group of scholars sought refuge in secrecy. They were united by a shared belief that the pursuit of knowledge could transcend political and religious boundaries. Inspired by the Renaissance and the works of polymaths like Francis Bacon, these thinkers aimed to create a new intellectual framework, one grounded in observation, experimentation, and collaboration. This clandestine network would come to be known as the Invisible College. The Invisible College drew heavily on the works of Francis Bacon, 1561 to 1626, who is often considered its spiritual progenitor. Bacon's seminal work, Novum Organum, advocated for the systematic investigation of nature through observation and experimentation, a radical departure from the Aristotelian scholasticism that dominated medieval thought. He proposed a collaborative model of knowledge production, likening it to a great instauration or restoration of human learning. Bacon's philosophy resonated deeply with the members of the Invisible College, who adopted his vision of a collective endeavor to unlock the secrets of nature. Central to this vision was the idea that knowledge should serve practical purposes, improving human life through the development of technology and medicine. The term Invisible College is attributed to Robert Boyle, a prominent natural philosopher and a key figure in the group. The name itself carries significant meaning. The invisibility implied secrecy and discretion, essential for survival in an era when unorthodox ideas could lead to persecution. It also reflected the group's decentralized nature, operating as an informal network rather than a formal institution. The concept of a college underscored their commitment to shared learning and mutual support. Unlike traditional academic institutions bound by rigid hierarchies and dogmas, the Invisible College was egalitarian, welcoming individuals from diverse backgrounds who shared a passion for inquiry and innovation. The Invisible College was not a fixed organization, but rather a fluid network of like-minded individuals. Its members included some of the most brilliant minds of the age, many of whom would later become founding members of the Royal Society. Among them were Robert Boyle, 1627 to 1691. Often called the father of modern chemistry, Boyle's work epitomized the experimental ethos of the Invisible College. His masterpiece, The Skeptical Chemist, challenged traditional alchemical theories and laid the foundation for modern chemical science. John Wilkins, 1614 to 1672. A clergyman and polymath, Wilkins was instrumental in organizing the Invisible College. His works on language, astronomy, and mechanics showcased the interdisciplinary approach that defined the group. Christopher Wren, 1632 to 1723. Renowned as an architect and scientist, Wren's contributions to astronomy and geometry reflected the college's integration of art and science. Thomas Brown, 1605 to 1682. A physician and philosopher, Brown's writings on medicine, nature, and spirituality embodied the synthesis of empirical observation and metaphysical speculation. Samuel Hartlib, 1600 to 1662. A central figure in the European intellectual network, Hartlib acted as a conduit for ideas, fostering communication between scholars across borders. The Invisible College's penchant for secrecy has fueled centuries of speculation about its true nature and purpose. Some historians view it as a precursor to the Enlightenment, a group of visionaries dedicated to advancing human knowledge through empirical science. Others suggest that the college may have harbored esoteric or mystical elements, drawing on the traditions of alchemy, Hermeticism, and Rosicrucianism. The Rosicrucian influence is particularly intriguing. The Rosicrucians were a semi-mythical group that emerged in early 17th century Europe, advocating for a synthesis of science, mysticism, and social reform. Their manifestos, including the Fama Fraternitatis and Confessio Fraternitatis, called for the creation of a universal reformation of society through hidden knowledge. While there is no concrete evidence linking the Invisible College to the Rosicrucians, the parallels in their ideals and methods suggest a shared intellectual heritage. The Invisible College emphasized a rigorous approach to scientific inquiry, rejecting speculation and dogma in favor of evidence-based reasoning. Members conducted experiments in diverse fields, from chemistry and physics to medicine and astronomy. Their collaborative efforts often transcended national and disciplinary boundaries, creating a global exchange of ideas. One of the group's defining characteristics was its interdisciplinary nature. Members believed that understanding the natural world required a holistic approach, integrating insights from different fields. This philosophy was reflected in their studies of phenomena such as magnetism, optics, and the circulation of the blood. Operating in secrecy was both a necessity and a limitation for the Invisible College. While discretion protected them from persecution, it also constrained their ability to disseminate knowledge widely. The lack of formal structure posed challenges for coordination and continuity. Despite these obstacles, the college adapted by leveraging emerging communication networks. Letters, manuscripts, and personal visits facilitated the exchange of ideas, creating an intellectual web that spanned continents. Figures like Samuel Hartlib played a crucial role in maintaining these connections, acting as hubs in the network. In 1660, the restoration of the English monarchy under Charles II brought greater stability and a more favorable climate for intellectual pursuits. This shift allowed members of the Invisible College to emerge from the shadows and formalize their activities. In November of that year, a group of scholars gathered at Gresham College in London to establish what would become the Royal Society. The Royal Society inherited many of the principles and practices of the Invisible College, including its commitment to experimentation, collaboration, and the advancement of knowledge. The Society's motto, Nullius in verba, take nobody's word for it, encapsulated the empirical ethos championed by its predecessor. The legacy of the Invisible College extends far beyond its transformation into the Royal Society. Its emphasis on collaboration, interdisciplinarity, and empirical inquiry laid the foundation for modern science. The group's vision of a global intellectual community continues to resonate in an age of increasing specialization and fragmentation. Moreover, the college's blending of science and mysticism serves as a reminder of the complex interplay between reason and imagination in the pursuit of knowledge. While the scientific revolution ultimately favored rationalism, the Invisible College exemplified the creative tensions that drive human innovation. In today's world, the ethos of the Invisible College finds expression in various forms, from open-source research initiatives to interdisciplinary think tanks. The group's holistic approach to knowledge production aligns with contemporary efforts to address complex global challenges, such as climate change, pandemics, and technological ethics. Furthermore, the enduring allure of the Invisible College speaks to a deeper human fascination with the unknown. Its story invites us to consider the limits of our understanding and the possibilities that lie beyond, challenging us to approach the mysteries of existence with curiosity and humility. The Invisible College was more than a precursor to the Royal Society. It was a crucible for ideas that would transform the world. Operating at the nexus of science, philosophy, and mysticism, it challenged the orthodoxies of its time and forged a path toward modernity. Its members, driven by a shared vision of discovery and innovation, demonstrated the power of collaboration in the face of adversity. As we reflect on its legacy, the Invisible College reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is both a timeless endeavor and a collective journey, one that continues to shape our understanding of the universe and our place within it.